Amidst the cacophony of isekai anime, a rare gem often goes unnoticed, uncelebrated, and misunderstood. The Rising of the Shield Hero. While the genre is often dismissed as escapist power fantasies, this series dares to tread a different path, a deeply existential one. A path that echoes the writings of Soren Kierkegaard, exploring themes of despair, faith, and self-realization in ways few anime have ever attempted. Adapted from Anako Usagi's novel series, The Rising of the Shield Hero introduces us to Naofumi Iwatani, a university student transported to a fantasy world as one of the four cardinal heroes. Each is armed with a legendary weapon, tasked with saving the world from cataclysmic waves of destruction. Naofumi, however, draws the short straw, the shield hero. Unlike his companions, he is immediately disadvantaged, unable to wield defensive weapons, and dismissed as weak. What follows is not a tale of triumphant heroism, but one of crushing despair and painstaking redemption. Falsely accused of a heinous crime, Naofumi is abandoned, betrayed, and vilified. Stripped of resources, allies, and dignity, he descends into what Kierkegaard might describe as the despair of defiance, a refusal to reconcile with a world that has rejected him. But despair, as Kierkegaard reminds us, is not the end. It is the beginning of self-realization. Naofumi's journey mirrors the philosopher's three stages of life. At first, he exists in an aesthetic stage, driven by anger and survival. Betrayed by the society that summoned him, he becomes cynical, refusing to trust anyone. His actions are calculated, transactional, and devoid of deeper meaning. Enter Raftalia, the demi-human slave Naofumi reluctantly purchases to aid in battle. At first, she is merely a tool for survival. But as they grow closer, something profound changes. Through his bond with her, Naofumi begins to move into Kierkegaard's ethical stage. He takes responsibility for her growth, protecting her not out of obligation, but out of genuine care. This shift marks the series' core philosophy, that redemption is not a solo journey, but a communal one. Naofumi's despair is lifted not by divine intervention or sudden success, but through the connection he builds, first with Raftalia, then with Philo, and eventually those who come to see his true worth. In Kierkegaardian terms, this is the beginning of faith, a belief not in the systems that failed him, but in the inherent goodness of the individuals he chooses to trust. The world of Shield Hero is unforgiving, and Naofumi's struggles highlight the absurdity of a society that condemns its savior. Kierkegaard's concept of the absurd resonates here. The idea that life's trials often seem devoid of logic or justice. Naofumi, much like Kierkegaard's Knight of Faith, perseveres in the face of this absurdity, clinging to his newfound purpose. But what makes The Rising of the Shield Hero truly special is its critique of power and morality. Naofumi, unlike traditional isekai protagonists, is not granted overwhelming strength or universal adoration. His weapon, the shield, is a symbol of defense, a role often overlooked and undervalued. In a world obsessed with offensive power, Naofumi's journey is a quiet rebuke of might makes right ideology. The Shield Hero's growth is a testament to the strength found in resilience, empathy, and integrity. It asks us to consider what true heroism looks like, not the glory of battle, but the quiet determination to protect others, even when it means enduring scorn and hardship. Finally, the series might not boast the extravagant animation of other fantasy epics, but its art direction emphasizes mood and atmosphere, perfectly complementing the narrative's themes. The muted tones of its early episodes reflect Naofumi's despair, while the brighter palettes of later arcs mirror his gradual redemption. The music, composed by Kevin Penkin, is hauntingly beautiful, amplifying the emotional weight of Naofumi's journey. Critics might dismiss The Rising of the Shield Hero as just another isekai, but to do so is to miss its profound existential underpinnings. This is a series that asks us hard questions. What do we owe to a world that betrays us? How do we find purpose in suffering? And what does it mean to truly forgive? Naofumi's story isn't just a tale of redemption. It's a philosophical odyssey. Like Kierkegaard's Knight of Faith, he learns to embrace life's uncertainties, to find strength not in external validation, but in his own convictions. His journey is one of becoming, not the hero the world wants, but the hero it needs. In the end, the rising of the shield hero isn't just a narrative about fighting monsters or saving the world. It's a meditation on resilience, trust, and the human capacity for growth. It's a story that dares to challenge its audience, offering no easy answers, but plenty of food for thought. For those willing to look beyond its surface, the shield hero is a criminally underrated masterpiece, a Kierkegaardian reflection wrapped up in the guise of a fantasy epic. It's not just an anime. It's a call to arms for anyone who's ever felt lost, betrayed, or underestimated. It's high time it received the recognition it deserved.